Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, babies in their diapers, welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today, we're going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have a video about geometry, a book about a girl with a missing uncle, and we have a totally awesome guest. Today we have the one, the only, the amazing Suzanne Cheeseman! Suzanne is the owner of Triangle Media, which helps authors get their books promoted in many different ways. Oh, and she has her own radio show as well. That's pretty nice.
I'm glad to be here, Tiberius. We're going to have some fun today.
Yeah. Today, we're going to start off with the video of the week, and this is going to be some math. 2 plus 2 equals fish, right?
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is Symmetry. This game is made by Hacktrode. Okay, so this game was made by some other platform called itch.io. And you can find tons of games like, I don't know, things. This is a game made in 48 hours for a contest. So first off, I get into the game, and it is a slide controller with all the basics. You move around and jump, but half of the screen is a different color. It is a mirror of the other half of the screen. You can rotate the edge of the mirror and revealing and changing the level.
That sounds complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, you have to move your own man to the end point without crashing into his mirror self. This is not the best game in the world, and my dad really liked the concept, but we are both not really great fans of extreme puzzles, and each level felt like you just had to solve a major puzzle to get past it.
I just want to say, I don't like puzzles either.
Wow.
Okay.
I like Symmetry 4 out of 10 stars because it's really designed for older players because the puzzles are very hard. It was fun trying to figure it out, but bugging my dad for the answers was not a way to make him happy. He wanted me to figure it out for myself, but did I know anything about the game? No.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
And now it's time for the book of the week, Samantha Spinner and the Super Secret Plans. This book is written by Russell Gins. Let me read the back of the book. In fact, Suzanne, would you like to do the honors?
I would love to do the honors. All right, here we go. Get ready for Round the World Adventure with Sam Spinner and her brother Nipper. In the first book in the new hilarious puzzle pack series filled with super secret messages, Tiberius. Oh my gosh, it's perfect for fans of Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's library and classics like Holes.
Nice. Thank you. This is an era book is worth 6 full points. It is rated for 5th grade and 6th month. This is a great book for kids that love mysteries. So Samantha is a girl who has a brother named Nipper and a sister named Buffy. Well, one day, their uncle, Paul Spinner, had disappeared.
Oh no.
And well, when he disappeared, Samantha's sister, Buffy, got a bunch of money. Nipper got a professional baseball team. And Samantha, well, she just got a rusty old umbrella. With the notes on it saying, "Watch out for the rain," in all caps, from Paul. So, what was she going to do about this? Well, they knew something was wrong and searched his apartment to look for clues. They started to learn that Uncle Paul was great with secret codes. He was sending them messages if only they could figure them out.
Ooh.
And then...
Yes? Yes?
Well, you really think we're going to mess up the story for you.
Oh, come on!
You gotta read this book yourself. I I really enjoyed the puzzles and figuring out the code breaking. I was able to decode most of them right away. I plan on reading the entire series. I give Samantha Spinner and their super secret plans 10 out of 10 stars because it was really cool that they found a super secret place that can go across the world. See Tiberius Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help people.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
The website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Now it's time for our interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is going to have a totally awesome guest. Today we have the one, the only, the amazing Suzanne Cheeseman!
Thank you.
Suzanne is the owner of Triangle Media, which helps authors get their books promoted, and she hosts her very own radio show.
And Tiberius, feel free. You can call me Suzanne or Suzanne Lynn. Nobody knows Cheeseman.
Sweet.
Right.
So first off, how are you enjoying being on the show?
I am enjoying it. You know, I got to admit, I'm a little jealous of your hat. So I did something about it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to surprise you with something. My favorite hat.
Nice.
Can I do the rest of it with it?
Sure.
Okay,
go
great.
ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so you own a company called Triangle Media that helps
Yes.
promote their books.
Mhm.
Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, there are authors, and a lot of authors have written their book, right, Tiberius? But they don't know how to sell it, or they don't know how to get people to know that their story's even available. So we do radio interviews, and we do video interviews, and then they can get it seen by sometimes thousands of people.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Okay, so how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for a couple years. I would say 2 years we've been doing this. But I've been in radio for 30 years. So if you count all that experience,
32.
32 years. That's what I'm going with. Yes.
That's 29 more years than me. Jeez. Okay, well, what was the reason that you decided that this was the go-to-go job for you?
You know, I had a lot of authors calling me and asking if there was a way that they could get on my radio show. And it wasn't a radio show originally just for authors. But then I had so many people calling from around the world, wanting to get their book known. I said, you know what? I'm going to change the show. It's going to be an author's book show.
Nice. Well, does it take a lot of formal training to be able to promote books?
You know, I think the most important thing is that you learn how to connect with your audience so that you can find common thread. The best compliment I can have for an audience is then to say, you feel that way? I feel that way too. It's like someone who likes your favorite video game.
Yeah.
That's your favorite? Well, we're instantly friends.
Yeah.
And I trust you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, so how does the promotion work?
So an author would call me and we would set up a time for them to get on the interview, and we would set up a video interview, and then we would air their audio portion on my radio show in Central Florida, and then I just send it to them. So it's pretty simple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, what is the best part about running Triangle Media?
I would say getting to meet people from all over the world.
Nice.
I mean, that is so much
That is a
fun.
lot of
Yeah.
Okay, so what have you learned about yourself while doing this job?
While doing this job, I think I have learned to be more patient with people and also to appreciate the differences in people. I think at first I was more comfortable with people who thought like me, but now interviewing authors, they have all different stories and nobody's right or wrong. We're just different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can you promote more things than just books? Maybe like radio shows or podcasts?
What are you getting at, Tiberius? What do you think? I think we could talk. Maybe. Yeah.
Well, what is the hardest part about running a book promotion business?
I would say the technical side. Having the authors know how to handle the technical, because it's changing so fast and there's a lot of older authors and they have a hard time knowing how to get on the computer. Right. Yes. Yeah.
So what was the craziest thing that has happened while you were doing your job?
I would say that I had a guest in studio and our cat jumped on the table. And that was really embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah. Thankfully, the show was about animals and their health. So that kind of worked out. We left it in.
It worked out.
Yeah, it did work out.
it
Yeah.
did work out. Well, if you could think of one thing that would make your job easier, what would it be?
Having someone sell the interviews for me to be able to present to share, to
Yeah.
just help me
Kinda
market.
like
Yeah.
your job, but instead it's your radio show.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep.
And now that you're on my show,
We got kind of a show
you got a
thing
show
going
thing
here.
going on. Now you're about to say that you also have your own radio show,
Yes.
like me.
Yes.
Which is what we were talking
It only
about.
took me 45 years longer than you.
29.
29?
But
Okay.
can
I'm
you
bad
tell
at
me
math.
More about that?
The radio show? Yes, there is a radio station in Lake County. It's the only local radio station. And there are potentially 500,000 people that listen to that radio show. Now, that's not how many people listen. That's how many people can listen if they turn the radio on.
Okay.
It's WQBQ.
second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like twice mine. Or maybe even 3 times. Well, what time?
Okay, so it airs on Mondays from 12 to 1 p.m. And then you can hear it on a podcast so that you can replay it too. Yeah.
Well, so what do you talk about doing your show?
The authors. We really put the spotlight on what their story is. And they're only 9-minute interviews because we want to give them enough that people get interested in their book, but not so much they don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
We want them to buy the book.
Yeah, you want them to
Yeah.
buy the book instead of like telling them the
Exactly.
story all throughout.
Now I don't have to buy the book
Like
because
if I was spoiling the book,
Exactly.
that's why I put the cliffhangers. Because I'm like, I don't know.
This kid knows.
Yeah.
This kid, yes.
We want you to spend money.
Right. We want you to buy the book and spend money for the
Yes.
authors because they put a lot of time and work
Oh,
into their
yeah.
books. Yeah.
Like Russell Guinness.
Yeah.
Well, what was the first job that you ever had?
I worked as a shoe salesperson.
Wow.
So back before there was, internet stuff,
Oh,
you
yeah.
went to a store and you'd actually put shoes on. You don't even know about that, do you? You just buy them on Amazon. Yeah. So, yeah, people would come in and then you'd put the shoes on them that they liked and, yeah, you'd make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Should make like $1, which is a lot back in the day, right?
Well, back in the day, it sure was. Yeah.
But now it's just like nothing. Well, was there anything you learned from that job that helped you be a better book promoter?
I think knowing how to get along with people and meet them where they're at and put what's important to them first, not what's important to you first, is the most important thing that I've learned in any job that I've ever had is saying what is important. How can I serve you, not how you can help me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, who helped motivate or inspire you the most in following your dream?
My goodness, it's so many people. John Maxwell, I know you really enjoy leadership books and everything. He's probably my favorite leader. Just understanding about serving and, continuing to grow in leadership. I think that's just really important. So I would say John Maxwell. Although I never met him. But I've read his books. Yeah.
So what advice would you give my listeners if they wanted to grow up and run a book promotion business?
I would say read
What else?
and understand what the message is that the author is trying to share. So many times these authors are sending their books to radio stations and they're not sharing why an audience would care.
Yeah.
See, they're going at it like, well, here's my book. You must be interested because it's the greatest book ever. But that person is deciding.
But that doesn't really tell them about the book.
Exactly.
And if it would interest.
Right. And why would people care? So say there's a story about somebody who lost their dog. Well, maybe you have to find a way. Have you ever lost something important to you?
Yeah.
You make that
Have
connection.
you ever lost something important?
Right. Find that
Like
common
someone else's
ground.
life?
Yes.
Or- yeah.
So I would say just be sensitive to other people's needs and feelings. Read and learn that you are there to serve other people. Yeah.
What? My dad just told me you like to fly drones? You have to tell me more about that.
I do like to fly drones. It's been a little while and I was actually going to bring one today, but it's raining. So that didn't sound like too much fun. But flying drones is pretty cool.
I mean, you could fly inside. You just don't want to hit any of the electronics.
That's true. And I don't have a great track record for that. So
You're going to have to teach me one day.
I'd like to.
There's like a big office, like, right there.
I think you would enjoy it. It's pretty fun. We've flown it over bridges, the Sunshine Skyway. We take it to beaches and lakes.
Under bridges.
We have flown under bridges. And it's really cool. It is risky.
It is risky.
Every time you put that drone up in the air, there's a little bit of a chance you're never going to see it again. You have to just understand that's part of the deal.
Yep.
So far, so good.
Oh, yeah. So, if you had to do a different job from the ones that you were already doing, what would it be?
Easy. Race car driver. I would want to be a race car driver.
Nice.
I don't practice on the roads here in Florida, just to let you know.
Okay.
But ever since I was little, go-karts and speed racing has been my thing. Do you like kart racing games?
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
I actually do them in real life.
Do you really?
Yeah, I just...
Maybe
Yeah,
we
I
can
used to
end the
go to
show
the
early
place.
and go do it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Like, if you could go back 10 years and tell yourself something, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, so much. I could alphabetize it. Oh, goodness. Don't be judgmental.
Okay.
Laugh about things that happen. Don't take things so seriously. Everybody's different. They're not right. You're not right. Go with the flow. Just love. Love people. How they are. Don't try to change them. That was
Famous
a lot.
words of the world.
Yes, right.
What was the biggest mistake you ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
The biggest mistake. Again, I could alphabetize these.
Okay.
Most of them are like really embarrassing, like falling down or, saying the wrong thing or mispronouncing a word. Probably stuff that I've said on the radio because you're talking to so many people and like,
Sometimes when you mispronounce.
yeah.
It kind of offends them.
Like, I was saying that they were, it was foggy when I said something like it's froggy, and, yeah. Mispronouncing a word, a boy's name one time. I don't know. It's really, yeah. I'm not great with names, so yeah. So it's embarrassing because you can't take it back. It's live
Yeah,
when it's on
it
the
is
radio.
live.
It's like you just want to crawl into a shell. and just
That's
do
why
it.
we record.
That's true, and then we can edit any mistakes I make.
So when you're not working, what do you do for fun?
Well, I enjoy bowling. I enjoy boating, droning, like time with my animals. I love our animals. We've got a dog and 2 cats. Yep. And we play this thing called pickleball. It's kind of like tennis. You love pickleball? Oh my
I've seen
God.
it. So there's like the cafeteria, the old cafeteria.
Yeah.
And now they play pickleball on it.
Nice.
But the little kids aren't on it.
Oh, all right.
Well, do you play video games? And if you do, what's your favorite one?
Well, I would say Pong. No, I'm just kidding. That was like the first one ever. Do you know what Pong is even?
I do.
Okay,
The entire
it was
game.
good.
It was.
It was good. It was good.
Then they introduced multiplayer.
Yes, they did. I guess.
It was
Yes.
cool.
Yes. See, that's where I end. Pong is it. That's it.
Pong?
Tell me about your favorite.
That's a hard question because I have a ton.
Okay.
Well, my favorite one right now is called A Dance of Fire and Ice. So it's like a beat game. So
Okay.
there's a whole line of things where you have to go through,
Yeah.
and you have to press the space bar at the right time.
Okay.
So it's like bum, 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 brum. Like that, like
And it helps with your coordination
it
too.
does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So there's like a thing, like a calibration thing at the start.
Yeah.
And you have to hit the line each time.
All right.
And it's just like boom, boom.
I think the fun thing about
It's really fun.
games is you can start out so bad, and then no matter what it is, your skill gets
Yeah.
better. You get
That's
better.
what happened
yeah.
when I was playing Funky Friday for the first time.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, what's your favorite book to read?
Oh my goodness. I like leadership books. I really like John Maxwell books and things that help me grow to be a leader and be able to understand people better. I also like personality tests. Like, what kind of personality are you? Like, are you outgoing? Are you shy? Are you a giver
was
or a helper?
shy.
Yeah.
But now I'm not shy. I just say hi to everyone.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed that. Not in a million years. So, well, what made you come out of your shell? What made you?
I think shy is like a superpower, in my opinion. I
Okay.
think it's like a superpower.
So it's good?
Yeah. Because being shy, it's just like you just try to hide. But when when I started the show, I'm like, I needed to do this more often. I can't just stay away from everyone for the rest of my life.
Right.
I need to come out and make a story
Yeah, and share who you are.
and share who I am. Yeah.
Right, because God made us so special.
So, I have never shut up. I just never shut up. Just like my dad.
Well, I think that it's a wonderful skill and it's going to help you with so many things, not just relationships in your family and friends and future jobs, but being able to relate to people and express yourself. People really like to know who you are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, were you shy at first?
I don't think I've ever been shy. You know when I get shy is when I get very nervous or when I don't feel safe with someone.
Were you nervous here?
I was not nervous because you know what? I got to watch a lot of your shows
Okay.
and I knew you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you tell me that one story? Remember, this is a kid show.
Okay.
But that one story.
You do know me. Yeah.
Well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell me.
Okay. Well, there was one time that I got a scratch on my mom's car when I was a teenager. And probably shouldn't tell much more, but just listen to what your parents tell you to do, because when you do what you're not supposed to do, bad things can happen.
Yeah.
That was
I almost cut my finger off when I was 1 year old.
that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else just like my listeners should know about you?
Anything to know about me? I have a little motto in life, and it's just love people on the journey through life. And that's just I love you, and I'm glad that we got to meet, and thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
It's been fun.
Well, do you have a Facebook for my listeners to follow you?
Sure, if they want to follow me. Oh, I know something. I'm a realtor. I sell houses.
Wow.
I've only started doing that. That's why I didn't think of it.
Did you tell us that in your bio?
No, I didn't. That's a really good point, Tiberius.
You might have to come a second time.
Well-
to talk about realtors.
Best part of the show. Yes, you can follow me. It's Facebook / Suzanne Lynn Lloyd Cheeseman. Suzanne Lynn Lloyd Cheeseman, something like that. Yeah.
So, what was that one question that you think I forgot to ask you?
How old do you think I am? There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. I
Okay.
can't wait to hear this.
63.
There's a wrong answer. Okay. Well, thanks for having me on, Tiberius. It was the Pong answer, wasn't it? It was Pong.
Oh, that makes sense now. Well, thank you, Suzanne, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for math corners?
You're not going to trick me, are you? Ask me to answer any hard questions? I'll stick around.
What's 1 trillion times 1 trillion? Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Well, thank you, Suzanne, for helping me with Math Corners. Today, we're going to talk about PEMDAS. This is also known as the Order of Operations. So, PEMDAS lists off of what operations to do and in what order. So, you start off with P, and that stands for parentheses. So, anything into parentheses gets done first. Next is E, and that stands for exponents. We talked about that last week. And the next is MD. That's right, the M and the D go together. That is because you are supposed to solve multiplication or division in order from left to right. And finally, the last part is AS. Again, the letters go together because of addition or subtraction in order from left to right. There are a lot of problems in math that would be wrong without using PEMDAS. So let's say you have 4 plus 8 times 2. You would need to do the 8 times 2 first, which gets you 16, and then add the 4, which gets you 20. If you did it in the order of left to right, then you would do 4 plus 8, which is 12, times 2, which is 24. Then you would have the wrong answer. This is why this is very important to learn and follow PEMDAS. So Suzanne, do you not know all about PEMDAS?
All about it.
What about BPEMDAS?
You're going to have to help me with that.
So thank you so much, Suzanne, for your help with Math Corner.
I'm glad I could be a help.
You're welcome. And now it's time for the Heart of a Lion. As you know, we talk about the qualities of living by the heart of a lion, which stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility. This week, we're going to talk about obedience. I think obedience is being fully committed to doing what is pleasing to God. The qualities of obedience are compliance with a good attitude and respect for the laws. You know when someone is obedient when they follow instructions willingly and thoroughly. So we have a homework assignment each week about writing to our teacher about what we read the week before. I like to copy and paste from the week before. My dad said that's not really the way it was supposed to work. I didn't like the idea, but my dad erased my entire letter and it had to be made from scratch. So now, this time, he gave me some ideas and direction and I made a much better letter. So I finished the assignment with a smile on my face, and next week I will do it from scratch again. So Suzanne, did you see or use obedience at all this week?
Obedience. Well, I think obedience for me is, like you said, doing what you're told and pleasing God and not necessarily doing what you want to do. And I kind of have a hard time with my filter of my mouth. I kind of say things that I overreact and I'm emotional. So to me, obedience is being able to filter it and not say exactly what I think. And I did that this week a couple times.
Well, of all the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is your favorite?
I would say leadership.
Why?
Leadership to me is more than bossing people around. Leadership is being able to empower people and create an atmosphere where they can be their very best and they can thrive. And a leader doesn't take credit for things that other people should get credit for. As a matter of fact, they sit a little bit more in the background, and I think leadership is really important.
Nice. Well, we should always try to be lion strong in everything we do.
We should.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing Suzanne Lynn for being on my show.
Thank you.
It's been so much fun talking with you today, and I hope in the future maybe you will make a video for a book that I may write.
I like that.
Or you can show me how to fly a drone.
Consider it done. Okay, well, if you want to get a hold of me, it's easy to do. You can just go to trianglemedia.biz.
Yeah. Also, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at The Tiberius Show, and please be sure to visit The Tiberius Show on YouTube and subscribe. We're almost at our goal for 300 subscribers.
Woo!
Also, be sure to listen to us next week on The Tiberius Show with us, Tiberius Boy!
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer Joseph Boy. Production editor Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager Danny Boy. And your program host, Tiberius Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.